Welcome, Loretta.
Hi, nice to meet you. See you.
Loretta's going to be a part of the Festival of Books and Creativity that is taking place at the 12-mile crossing at Fountain Walk in Novi, Michigan at the end of June. And she's also going to be bringing along a horse. So she doesn't have the particular horse at this time, but does have some of the other horses. So, Loretta, tell us about the the children's book and all of that got you to the point where we're at now.
Sure. So I was on the board of the International Drum Horse Association for a while. I am passionate about the breed of drum horses, which is basically crossed with a Gypsy Banner, a Clydesdale, like a Budweiser Clydesdale, and a Shire. You could have either the Shire or the Clydesdale. So you could have a Shire cross with a Gypsy cross with a Shire. You could have all three. They're all drum horses.
Okay.
So I own and breed the drum horses. So we have babies in our backyard all the time. It's fun. And I've been an illustrator and children's book person. I've worked on, I don't know, like for countless books. I lost track a little while ago. I'm over 45, that's for sure. So I always wanted to do a book about drum horses and I wanted it to be perfect. If I did a drum horse book, it would be like the perfect book. So I've worked, even though it was a children's book, it rhymes. I worked on the script for like the script. I worked on the actual text for the children's book for almost 2 years. And then I finally liked it and I did the artwork and it's printed right now. So I don't even have it because it's supposed to come out May 5th to May 2nd. And then it is also coming out with a movie called Heartbeat of a Drum Horse. And I wrote the script and won a film festival with that script that is currently getting filmed in May. And yeah, so the book and the movie all are going to be, I've been very busy.
And that is why you don't have the horse because he's off
No,
filming.
he is he's basically with the trainer and the actress to get to know them each other so that on set they know each other and he has spent it's been so hard for me because he's been gone for 2 to 3 months now. So he's gone for 3 months while they film or they get ready to film and
Okay.
he's getting make sure that the two of them it was important to me as an equestrian. And when you watch films, like if it's a movie where it's about him and his relationship, I really wanted to make sure that they had a relationship. So that really translated
Mhm.
on screen. So by having him with her for the 3 months, not only does it get his dad pudge off, but it also was good to give them like more of a relationship.
So you do have some horses to show us, though. So please show us the horses. And I know it's a little bit chilly out there because you are in Michigan, so it's a little bit chilly.
Yeah. Well, there's one just hanging out in my front yard, but she's not a drum horse. I gotta pass her to get to the drum horses. Give me a second.
Okay.
Oh, can I flip? I don't think. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so there's my. They're playing on the hay bales. We're getting ready. This whole area is getting new fencing for the movie because we're just working on the farm.
Okay.
And then Jade, Sapphire, Amber, come here, babies. Val. So I
They've just
have
been
these are the
hanging out.
ladies. The big one right there. She's very the big black one. Her name is Chelsea. The little baby in front of
Okay, it sounds like she froze up a
her.
little. Oh, you froze up a little bit.
Hopefully I don't lose
Oh,
you.
there you
But
go.
okay, the big,
It came back.
she's not fat. She's super pregnant.
Ah.
And then the little baby who probably will figure out that I'm over here. There she is. That's his baby. This is Jade. She will be in the movie. That little baby. And she is a drum horse. She is big for her only, like, she's a, you can't, I don't know. Let's see if we can. She's a big girl. She's taller than me.
Oh, wow.
So even though she's a 9-month-old little baby, she's a big baby. I can't get it right. Jade loves people, and she's kind of like always in my face,
Mhm.
and she's a big goober, and she'll be in the movie with Toby.
Okay, so Toby's the one that you're gonna bring um to
She's
the
sniffing me. Those kisses. But yep. So yeah. Such a dork. So yeah, we're really excited. She's like one of the most beautiful babies we've ever had hit the ground. You there?
Yep. Oop. There we go. You're probably gonna have to go back closer to the house.
Are you there?
I am. You may have to go back closer to the house to be able to get a signal. So Loretta is in Holly, Michigan, and at farms like this, it is difficult to get a signal. Ooh, here she is back. Maybe.
So yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Awesome. So these horses, so the Clydesdale.
I think as long
Okay, I can't.
I'm gonna walk back up to the house.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're good now. It shows 5. Okay, try now.
Okay.
Go
so
ahead.
the Clydesdales that everybody sees with the Budweiser are one of the drum horse breeds then? Is that
Yeah, so the Clydesdale is like a foundation breed, which means that I mean, it's one of the 3 breeds that we use to make drum horses.
okay.
Um, so when you go into like foundational breeding, kind of like line breeding, you
Mhm.
have different steps of it. So the idea is every time we breed, we would breed the gypsy banner and out. So we breed the gypsy in for like hair and color, and then we breed those babies back to Clydesdales and Shires, and we breed it back to Clydesdales and Shires again. So we get bigger, spotted draft, colorful, very nice horses with really great temperament.
Ah. So Toby will be back from his movie
Yeah.
and will be at the show for what, a few hours we'll have him at the.
Yeah, we don't. The only thing I'm waiting for right now is to make sure that the insurance goes through. And I think we are trying to find something to put his footing on, but I think we did
Okay.
today. We
Awesome.
found, so I'm just, I gotta go pick it up, but I think it'll do the job. So we'll have something for him to stand on. But he is like 85% definitely going to be there. If not, I definitely going to bring some actors with me to sit at the
Mhm.
table with me. So
Okay.
I will have something. I will either have horses with the book, or I will have actors in the book, or I will have both. But
That would be awesome.
I'm banking on both. So
Okay. That would be awesome to be able to meet and see this horse because I mean they're huge. You showed the 9-month old. was taller than you. I
She
mean,
is taller than me. Yep.
that's crazy.
Hmm.
So how did you get what is your background that got you into writing to where writing not only the book but the script for the movie?
Yeah. So my background is definitely I'm ADHD. Beginning and end of the story. No, I've always lived in my head, and so in school I was always the kid who just got yelled at for staring out the window thinking about probably horses. Um, and when I graduated, I literally just started doing children's books for as little as people would pay me, and I didn't go to college for it, and I just kind of self-taught. I took all the program. I took a bunch of online classes in 2008 to run Adobe. I learned how to do graphic design, and then I got into it. And then I had a couple years where I worked in the publishing business.
Mhm.
Um, and then when I invented melted crayon art, and I have a TED talk that I kind of became somewhat
Ooh.
famous in 2007 with, or that was like 2010. Um, but so like I had a very colorful career, and it changed quite a bit. I've been doing the horses for about 6 years, and I've done a lot of children's books, like more ghost illustrating, where they
Okay.
pay me to like take my name off of it, which is fine by me. So this
Ah.
is the first one where I love the story. I love the book. I think it's beautiful. I think it's turned out amazing. The fact that it gets to come out with the movie, the book is in the movie. Um,
Oh,
so
neat.
that's a cool part too, because like it's not just a book coming out with the movie. The book is actually in the movie. It's part of the story of the movie, which I like it being even more intertwined with the movie. But
Mhm.
yeah, that's my goal is to really let people know what drum horses are. I think they're beautiful. I think they have the best temperament. I absolutely love them. They're giant golden retriever puppy dogs, except in horse form. And yeah, I've been actively. This is probably drum horse the drum horses have been like an absolute huge part of my life. So having the children's book, it more tells about the story of what drum horses are and the
Mhm.
story of what the breed is than the story of my personal farm.
Okay.
But then like there's touches of like the horses that are in it are of course drawn from mine. But it's
Mhm.
more of the story of like what I call the legacy of the drum horses are in this book.
Oh, okay. So I see that you're talking mainly about children's books. So do
Yeah,
you see yourself doing anything with novels or poetry or anything outside of children's books?
definitely not poetry. That's not my thing. I'm currently have two other scripts in the works for two other movies.
Oh.
So another one is a Christmas themed type Hallmark movie that I
Ooh.
think may or may not have already been greenlit. It's like in the probably gonna happen stage.
Ooh.
Um,
That'll
so
be
that
awesome.
I think my calling is now scripts, and I will probably be working on a lot of movies, is my guess. But also, I'm producing this movie, which means that
Oh.
I've had to learn the ins and outs of producing movies and working on set. And I think that's like I love doing it. I think I love doing it more than even art. I like script writing. It comes like art. I've had to work at it.
Mhm.
Whereas I feel like the script writing thing comes very natural to me, and the producing thing is just so much. I get bored, and I love having a challenge every day. So I've definitely been the type of person who changes her career every month because I get bored. Like I'd do a children's book about chickens and then be like, I cannot draw another chicken for the rest of my life because I do not want to see them anymore because I already drew like 100 chickens. I'm not doing it anymore. So I mean, like that kind of stuff. I'm just really excited to do that. I did start the Heartbeat of a Drum Horse novel, which would be a
Okay.
more in-depth version of the movie. I think I'm on like chapter 1. Now, whether or not I sit back down and finish that will depend if those scripts take off, because if I'm making more money with the scripts, I'm probably gonna stick with the script writing.
I can understand that and appreciate that. And hey, a Hallmark movie, I love Hallmark movies.
Oh,
So,
I mean, I love both of these scripts, but I've had a lot of fun. This one hits hope. The one that we're filming, Heartbeat of a Drum Horse, is based on a true story. So everything in the movie has basically happened. I mean, it's slightly changed just to make it more movie friendly.
Okay.
So, but like the timeline slightly different. And my husband says instead of 10 villains, we put them all together and put it in made one villain because for television or like for the movie, you can't have like 10 different villains. So we
Right.
a lot of combining different people, but everything in the movie is real and everything you see, it's like it's happened in one shape or form. Which made the movie a lot harder to write because
Mhm.
when it's your story, you've then gotta, like, try to take liberties with it while keeping it accurate, and that was important to us. Whereas the Christmas Hallmark one, I could just, like, plop it out of my head and make it all up, which for me was a lot easier and more fun, whereas this one will probably be because it's more realistic, it's super authentic. So the
Mhm.
heartbeat of a drum horse one, I think will hit home with families. It's super family friendly. And it's something where like no one's ever tried or seen a movie about breeding. So
Okay.
when you think about like everybody's like, oh, Hollywood's already been there, done that. Well, with horses, they have like a couple notes and they don't really go out of those notes. You got like broken person meets broken horse saves broken farm times
Right.
10, and then like you'll have the horse that's racing and saves the farm. Like they really don't. And then you have of course like westerns or like a Yellowstone or
Yep.
like the cowboy stuff, whereas ours is not cowboy.
Okay.
Which is funny because when we were listening to composers to compose for the movie, a lot of them submitted like the fiddles and the southern cowboy stuff, and I'm like, we're from Detroit. We don't listen to that. We don't have beer sitting on trucks. We don't do any of those things. And so I was like, this is not something that so
Yeah.
when I put a request out for music, I was like, I need music that's like Motown country if you want, but it cannot be like country country.
Yeah.
So
It can't
that
be
was
country western because
right,
that's
like,
not
so I'm like, if even no Western, like, I was like, "These are war horses. They have big
okay.
feet, they thunder. I want
Yeah.
thundering alternative music to open this movie because I'm like, the fiddle ain't gonna match my guy at all." So but, Toby is actually the great-grandson of the Queen of England's horse, Galloway Warrior.
Oh,
So
wow.
he the Queen of England actually she didn't necessarily invent our breed, but she bred the very first one, and it's the breed is basically stolen from her. The Americans came in and went like, "Ooh, that's shiny, let's do it here." And we kinda put
Ah.
our own twist on it, but the very first drum horses are named after the kettle drums, and that's what's in the children's
Oh.
book.
Oh, nice.
So, because it's about how, Galloway Warrior came over and how he became the first drum horse and what drum horses are, and how they're in the household cavalry band. All that is in the children's book. So there's a picture of like the Queen of England, and then I put a big thing in the beginning that says this book has nothing to do with the Queen. The Queen did not approve this. Please don't sue me if you are the Queen of England. Like this is historical fiction. Please be nice.
Children's book meets historical fiction.
I just don't wanna get sued, and, like, there's the stories that you hear, right? And,
Mhm.
it's like playing the telephone game. I'm
Oh, yeah.
90% sure there are photos to prove the story, but I
Ah.
don't know if I wanna bank on getting like, being like, "I'm 90% sure this is the beginning of our breed,"
Okay.
and I think every story deserves like, every breed needs an origin story. So, like,
Yeah.
Morgans are literally there's a whole story of, like, the Morgan horse. So
I remember reading it. It's been so long ago that I read it. I don't remember what was in the book
right, well, so,
about
like
the
but, like,
Morgan horse, but
Chincoteague ponies have a cool
yeah.
story, that's why how everybody knows about them. So I'm
Yep.
like, the drum horses, to get to the next level, they need a cool story.
Well, that is awesome, and I can't wait to meet you and to hopefully Toby will be there. It sounds like everything is coming together so that we can have Toby there. That'll be
Mhm.
awesome. Um, and we'll be meeting you and possibly some actors from the
Oh, no, I can
movie.
guarantee at least 4 of them will be there.
Awesome. That'll be so cool.
Mhm.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait to see you at the end of June.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for taking this time out.
No problem.